Let's talk about some of the other keys. So whenever we're plugged in and plugged into external power and the battery is fully charged, this green light will be solid green like it is now. Actually, let's talk about unplugging. If you unplug the power, the way this works, this has a 4-pin connector. There's a little red dot, match up with that red dot, and you push it in. What happens is there's 2 little pins that hold this in place, and when you pull that out, it retracts those pins. So you just push it into place. If you ever need to unplug it, just grab it, pull it straight out. Now, when the light's flashing, that means the battery's charging. Well, obviously the battery was fully charged. It takes a second for it to realize that it's actually fully charged. If I look at the screen, you see the bar graph. The battery is fully charged because all these bars are all the way lit. When you go to, let's say you unplug, let's say you're on transport and you go to battery power. When you do so, you get an alarm. Now, you can silence that alarm, but that alarm actually will never go away until you confirm that you're on battery. The vent just wants to make sure that you know that you're running on battery, and maybe it's a generator issue or that you need to flip on. When you're on battery, the vent will last about 3.5 hours on a full charge. Now, let's just say you're running on battery and you're on a long transport and your bar graph is running down. Once you get to the point where you get into this last little notch here, and you have about 20 minutes left. So let's just say you're on a long transport and for some reason your generator's not working or your inverter, and you want to conserve power. If you touch and hold on the bar graph till the second beep, you can actually turn off the backlight. When you do this, you actually can double the battery life. So if you did that right away, instead of 3.5, you can get up to 7 hours on a full charge. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you end up having an alarm condition, backlight comes right back on to let you know, hey, there's an alarm. Now, if the backlight's off, first touch anywhere on the screen will actually turn on the backlight. So you don't have to wait for an alarm to occur to get the backlight on. So just keep that in mind. If you're ever in a situation where you need to conserve battery power, just go ahead and touch and hold, turn off that backlight. Let's look at some of these other keys. There's a lock key here. What the lock key does, you can actually go to your different, you can do the alarm quiet, you can go to your other screens, but what you can't do is make a change with your settings or your modes unless you unlock. To unlock, you just touch twice within 5 seconds and that'll unlock. So once to lock and then twice to unlock. If you touch it once, 5 seconds goes by, you just have to start over and 2 to unlock. The auto set key, what the auto set key does, says press again. If you press this, if you don't press it, it'll time out and go away. If you do press it a second time, what it does is it looks at your peak pressure and it looks at your rate. It counts 5 breaths, and after the 5th breath, it will actually set 30% above, 30% below your peak pressure. It will set 30% above and below for your rate. Now, a lot of times in demo situations, it sets that rate too low. So make sure that you actually have the patient on when you do use the auto set. And then it doesn't set your exhale tidal volume. You'll have to set that yourself. It won't set your PEEP alarms, so you'll have to manually set that. If you do auto set and mean pressure was on, it actually will turn that off. So you will have to turn that on. If your oxygen is on, actually what it does is, I never turned that back on from before, it'll set 5 above and below whatever the oxygen it reads. So it sets 3 things auto set. 5 above and below oxygen, sets your peak pressure and your rate. Now, when you turn off the vent beeps at you. To stop that beeping, you push this alarm reset button. It only has one function, and that is to silence that audible alarm when you turn the vent off. This flashing light will go away in about 3 minutes. For more products and information, please visit our website at www.biomeddevices.com.